To order. This is the Senate and House Standing Committees on Health and Welfare and Health and Family Services in a joint meeting today. This is meeting 11 for the Senate. The date is March 12, 2021. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Rocky Adams, Senator Berg, Senator Carroll,
Present in the room.
Senator Givens, Senator Harper Angel, Senator Howell, Senator Kerr, Senator Meredith,
Present in the room.
Senator Nemes,
Present in the room.
Senator Wise,
Present in the room.
Chairman Alvarado.
Present. We have a quorum. We're prepared to do business. I'll turn this over to Chairwoman Mosier.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Welcome to the 9th meeting of the Standing House Committee on Health and Family Services. Secretary, please take the roll.
Representative Bentley,
Here in the room.
Representative Bowling,
I am here.
Representative Bray,
Here in the room.
Representative Birch, Representative Dotson,
Here.
Representative Elliott,
I'm here.
Representative Fleming,
Present.
Representative Frazier,
Here in the room.
Representative Marzian,
Here in my annex office.
thank you, Representative Prunty,
Here in the room.
Representative Rayburn,
Here in the room.
Representative Raymond,
I'm here from my office.
Representative Riley, Representative Sharp,
Here in the room.
Representative Sheldon,
Here in the room.
Representative Tate, Representative Weber, Representative Westrom, Representative Wilner,
Here in my annex office.
Chairwoman Mosier.
I am here.
Wonderful.
We have a quorum, and we'll continue with our business.
Sure, thank you. So thank you all for being here. We know it's a busy time right now as we're getting close to the end of session, and we have to have this joint meeting because we have before us the 2021 Social Services Block Grant Preliminary Plan, and it requires a rapid action, as we know, to preserve funding for these kinds of programs. And typically it's easiest for us to be able to get everybody together. So today we have, I think, from the Department for Community-Based Services and from the Cabinet for Health and Family Services, Laura Bagan, Rachel Ratliff, Scott Robinson, and Courtney Crowley. Is anyone else that is joining us remotely? If you could please introduce yourselves for the record and begin your testimony on the block grant.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Yes, my name is Laura Began. I'm with the Department for Community-Based Services. We are here today to talk about, as mentioned, the Social Services Block Grant. The Department for Community-Based Services receives 5 federal block grants. These usually total somewhere in the area of over $300 million a year, and they are used to fund childcare, community services, assistance for low-income or needy families, and social services. As a condition of receiving these federal block grant funds, Kentucky is required to submit a state plan detailing how we intend to use these funds. We're here today to discuss the social services block grant because we recently submitted a preliminary state plan for your review. With that, I will turn it over to my colleague in the Division of Protection and Permanency, Rachel Ratliff, to give a brief update on the social services block grant. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Rachel Ratliff, and I am a specialist with the Division of Protection and Permanency. The Social Services Block Grant for historical purposes became effective in October of 1981 in an effort to consolidate federal assistance for state social services programs. This application will provide federal funding to the Department for Community-Based Services and, as passed through the Department for Juvenile Justice, the Department of Juvenile Justice receives approximately 1/3 of our federal allocation. States are given responsibility for determining the programs, the services, and activities to be funded within the 5 overarching goals that are established for block grant. Our application proposes to fund adult protective services, child protective services, home safety services to stabilize households through in-home living supports and enhanced family well-being, Juvenile services to help prevent future involvement with the juvenile or criminal justice systems. Residential treatment services for children with behavioral problems in an effort to maintain the children in a least restrictive setting and promote their healthy functioning. And staff training for the department's protection and permanency staff. And to highlight, in calendar year 2020, 3,144 statewide employees received training for a total of 7,990 hours. The funding provided through this block grant is considered a revenue source and not a particular program. The department prioritizes the funding of those services mandated by KRS. Services are provided in accordance with the administrative regulations promulgated by DCBS. The department offers services through its staff located in each county of Kentucky, as well as contracted service agencies. The block grant award for state fiscal year 2020 was approximately $22.3 million. There is no match required for the receipt of SSBG funds. Recipient agencies are expected to demonstrate support for the plan's identified services. DCBS meets this expectation by counting state expenses related to the block grant's goals as supporting matching expenditures. The matching funds attributed to the block grant were $156 million for the state fiscal year 2020. And to highlight, I wanted to just give a breakdown on what the state fiscal year 2020 actual expenditures are. And this information is actually contained within the preliminary plan that was submitted to you. For the approximate $180 million that was spent, there were 518,082 clients relieved services. Of that, 22.293 million was federal dollars and 156.792 million of state dollars. With that, DCBS proposes state fiscal year 2022 expenditures to be approximately $206,862,619. Of that, 21.7 million will come from federal revenue and 185.1 million will come from state general funds. We do estimate that 547,461 Kentuckians will be recipients of services through the allocation of these funds.
Are there any questions we can answer on this block grant?
Very good. We appreciate your testimony, and thank you so much. I know that this is, again, time sensitive. Obviously, there's, from the federal side, $21 million that if we don't act within a certain period of time, that's at risk of being lost. Any questions from members of the Senate as far as any questions for our presenters? If not, I'll turn it over to Chairwoman Mosier.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Are there any questions from House members? Okay, seeing none. I guess since I have the microphone, I will go ahead and entertain a motion from the House side.
Make a motion.
We have a motion and a second. Thank you. We can do a voice vote, so all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
All right, for our Senate members, again, we can entertain a motion for approval and to accept the block grant. Do we have a motion? We have a motion and a second from Senator Adams. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Very good. I'd like to have the record reflect that Senator Adams is here and that Senator Kerr is also in attendance as well. Very good. Any other matters before the committee? We thanks to our presenters and obviously did a good job because there's no discussion on it, so everybody feels comfortable. Any other questions or comments? If not, the Senate the Senate committee will stand adjourned.
Thank you. And we, on the House side, will adjourn this meeting at this time, but I'd like members to please stick around. We will convene the House Health and Family Services Committee to hear 3 bills, 1 bill, 2 resolutions.